I've already been up for 90 minutes doing my morning routine, but I invite you into my day, starting with feeding the two most magnificent canines you could meet, Frankie and Josie. Then I very quickly, maybe too quickly, eat a yogurt. And then fill my giant Yeti cup with ice water. If you know me, you know my Yeti is always with me. One of the best things about living in Williamsport is the lack of traffic, so I'm at the office in less than 5 minutes. Before I get started with my day, I take 10 or 15 minutes and meditate. I like to do it in my car and really get centered before tackling the day. Getting into the office early is my preference, but it is very rare to see me here past 5. It's important to me to plan my days carefully, so I take the time in the morning to review the schedule, anticipate issues, and take precautions to keep everything attended to. My work day is officially started, but the team isn't here yet, so I'm able to answer emails, check on our process management system, and prepare for the day's meetings. Today is vendor payday, where we pay the vendors and utility companies for our portfolio. This means a lot of electronic checks and real checks that have to be sent. When you have to sign 25 or 30 checks at a time, I like to pretend that I'm a celebrity and I'm signing autographs for my fans. Whatever gets you through the day. The team is at work now, and it's time for my daily huddles with 2 of my team members. First, I get to chat with John, our accounting assistant. He and I review any pressing issues and make sure that our work is on track. Then I get to chat with Lindsay. She's my assistant and serves many roles at our company. She and I are always working on a project or something that we have to talk about. I have a property visit, and it's about 30 minutes drive time from the office. We will get to what the property visit is in a minute, but I can't waste car time, so I make a client call in the car. I arrive at the property I'm supposed to assess, but there's no parking, so I talk to the post office staff and get them to let me park there. A property visit is a step in our sales process. In this case, a current client is expanding their portfolio and is under contract for this property. I am visiting to assess the condition, the property, and make a plan to stabilize it. That is to make sure I have a great plan for my client to make sure they realize the full value of the asset after they purchase it. My job while I'm there is to look at everything, make notes, and ensure I have all the information I'll need later. I'm back in the car, but we're not driving. I have a call scheduled with a client, and I'm so looking forward to this one. This client left the area, and when they returned, they wanted to rent, so they chose to rent from us. I wanted to know more about their experience as a tenant with us. Now that I'm done with the call, it's back to the office. I don't have any calls for this commute, so I listen to some industry podcasts. When I get a chance to drive through the river valley like this on a beautiful day, I really love it. Every week, we have the most important meeting to the success of our portfolio, the proven process meeting. Our proven process is the way we make sure to stay on top of all the issues that impact the returns of our clients' properties. The leaders and most experienced people on our team review all the risk issues outstanding and ensure they get resolved. There are so many moving parts to this business that we rely on this process to keep us on top of our game. Finally, it's lunchtime, but I didn't bring anything today, so I have to run to Wendy's for some chili. Today I decided to take advantage of the beautiful day on our porch with our Director of Operations, Jesse. Our building is on historic Millionaires Row, and in the summer it's extra stunning. Now I have to get the stabilization plan together for the property I saw this morning. I take all the notes from my visit and I review the leases. From there, I will document a really thorough plan that our client will approve, and then when we onboard the property at the kickoff meeting, I will use this stabilization plan to guide the first few weeks of our management and make sure that that plan is executed as written. I'm asked to volunteer my time for the industry, and this year I committed to working with an industry partner that sought out me and some other industry experts to work on some initiatives that I really feel passionate about. It's time to take a quick client call and put the finishing touches on that stabilization plan. Conveniently, my massage therapist is right next door, so a mid-afternoon session to work on some problem spots, it's usually possible. Back in the office, nobody noticed I was gone. The last step to presenting the stabilization plan for the client is to make a video walking them through it and giving context to the details. Every week, our Director of Operations and I have a same page meeting where we address issues in the business that we need to get on the same page about. These are really good to help us keep our direction clear. I am ready to go home and turn off the noise of the business. On the way home, I do some reflecting on how I did compared to my plan for the day, and then go get the 7-Eleven slushie. That same Yeti that held water all day is going to keep my slushie perfect this evening. It's time to do what I wanted to do all day, play with Frankie and Josie. Thanks for checking out my day. This was a blast to make, and hopefully when I'm much older one day, I will have this to look back on and remember what life was like.